Up early in the morning, getting the kids ready for school. Rise and grind, yeah. Pack a lunch or two. Talking about I gotta be at work in a few, yeah. Hey, for your daily news, hey. Grinding just for you, yeah. When you don't have a clue, yeah. Ain't got the scoop for you, yeah.
What's up? Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Miss Fifi the plug, jet has not yet landed, but we are here. That's right, we are here. The Rise and Grind Morning Show is here. Yes, and we doing this thing every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm working the boards, stretching my vocal cords, doing what I got to do to make this thing work, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been supportive of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, Podcastic, the Podcastic family. I can't list them all, but one day I'm just going to write a list and I'm just going to shout them out, okay? We talking about leveling up, doing better. I'm sick of the saying, if you knew better, you would do better. That's not true. It's a lot of people that know better. They just don't want to make it work for a team. They just want to make it work for themselves. So we talking about leveling up today. Leveling up is very, very, very important. And of course, here at Podcasting, we do our very best to level up. Shout out to my man Glenn Cannon over at Vent Radio. He has a Roku channel. What is it? Vent Radio Video Box. Video Box, I believe. I'm going to get it correct for you just in case you don't know. Or go to ventradio.net and you get a lot of information there. We will be streaming video, Vent Radio on Podcastic website as a radio station. So for music, we don't really play music here. We get into more so, it's more talk with video. So there you have it. In case y'all don't know, I am Miles Dixon. I am your host for today. Damn it! That's how we do it. So if you got any questions you want to ask about leveling up or give us a story about you leveling up, whether it's in business, friendship, or family, give us a call at 248-854-9850. 248-854-9850. 248-854-9850. And I'm going to put the number on the screen just in case y'all don't get it. So, and of course I got to watch what's going on Facebook because y'all be leaving messages and stuff. And I don't be seeing it until I get off air. And that's not cool. That's just not cool. See, Sean P right there. Sean P. And Jerry. Shout out to Jerry and Sean. Sad. Miles, man, I ain't the man. I'm trying to be like you, Sean, more and more. So if you have any stories or anything about leveling up in business, family, friends, give us a call. It's kind of dope. I'm trying to give people a voice who are not so outgoing as others, so we can mash a couple of things. There's some things that's going on in the United States of hysteria. They got us really shook, whether we know it or believe it or want to believe it or not. Right now, they're trying to decide should people get $15 an hour. Minimum wage be $15 an hour. Well, if any, and I'm not into no conspiracies like this. But if anybody know what it really means to have employees, not pay up under the table, but pay employees, $15 an hour would destroy small businesses. And I don't think most people get it, but if small businesses are destroyed, that means the higher echelon is going to control the market no matter what we do. and that's gonna hurt. I'm telling you, I know for a fact. Small. When I say small business, we not even really consider small business. We consider self-employed with employees, because small businesses are still considered between $1 million to $5 million a year. That's a small business. I said we must be micro businesses, because if we made a $1 million or $5 million a year as a small business, our neighborhoods and everything else would be looking different. Our livelihood would be different. The killing and the murders and the bullshit that goes on in our community would not be there. I'll tell Desmond I said, what up, though? Thank you, Sean. Sean always keep me up abreast on what's going on. So they say the whole thing relies on one woman right now in Vermont. She's a Democrat, and if she was the vote for minimum wage to be $15, there would be no small businesses that can live with that. Your favorite restaurant that sits on the corner of your neighborhood, they can't afford to pay them cooks $15 an hour, man. That's them making almost $150 a day. Y'all looking at that part, but you ain't looking at if they're really getting a paycheck, if they're working under the table, and they tell them, well, I pay you $12 an hour or $13. They might, it can help them out, but legally, doing a business by the right way, taking out taxes and all that. If the average business pays their employees $15 an hour, the employer will be paying almost $35 to $42.50 per person per hour, and that's crazy. And that's something that most people don't get. So today on the Rising Ground Morning Show, we talking about leveling up, taking things to the next level. And as I stated, shout out to Richard Heath. Good morning. And as I stated, things. They believe that 15 hours is leveling up, and really that's digging a ditch for a lot of small businesses. So I hope the people in the United States of a hysterical government can get it right. Get it straight, get it right. Miss Fifi plane has landed, y'all. She is definitely, her jet landed. I guess the ice melt, Miss Fifi.
Boom like an 808. That's what happened.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
You mean good morning?
Good morning. That's what's up. So today, Miss Fifi, we are talking about leveling up, taking things further, and knowing that it's for the best of not just the greater good, it's just best to level up to make things go better. I was just stating, I don't know, have you seen the news lately?
Something like that.
Did you see about the situation dealing with minimum wage?
What were they about to go ahead and get them niggas about $1,500 an hour?
$15 an hour.
Yeah.
$1,500.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to the first caller to win the cheesecake from Washington Gourmet Cheesecake. Call in. And Fifi, you cannot call in.
Let me take this damn number on my phone. Get on my nerves.
So
you love to steal somebody's joy at the top of the morning.
I'm just saying. Speaking of cheesecake, my man Victor said folks are pressing me to pay them $15 an hour. Victor, this is crazy. I just did it and Victor showed up. Yeah, Victor, don't do it. I mean, I'll be very honest with you. If you do, you already know. Legally, you already know how much it's going to cost you. So, but
what I'm saying is, like, do you have to do it? Do you have to honor that because that's the price that they, that they say minimum wage starts? Do you have to like do? Is it like an elective or optional to pay that?
No, it's not optional. Minimum wage is going to be if they go minimum wage, it's going to be $15 an hour. It's going to be $15 an hour. It probably go into effect within 6 to 12 months.
I thought it was gonna be longer than that. I think it started to say like, yeah. I know they did say a time of it or whatever, and I know that it was like down the line. So I don't know. But that's kind of crazy. You can't just make them.
Well,
For flipping fries, for stuffing fries out.
right, but the most important part is it's not really just about flipping fries. It's about people's livelihood. But if you want a better livelihood, find a better job.
That's what I say. Get a skill, baby, because you know,
You got to
scattered,
feel.
smothered, and covered is not a skill.
What you say?
Scattered, smothered, and covered
Okay,
is not a skill. That's how they make them hash browns at Waffle House, which kind of it is, but it ain't.
it's a skill.
That's not a skill.
Well,
Because how they just flip that, you know.
look at you doing a little arm.
How they do that little
What if we
flip?
had that little handy arm? Would that little handy arm help you? Anyway, Victor, give us a call 248-854-9850. Shout out to everybody who been watching us grow, and as we talking about growth, we're talking about leveling up in business, family, and friends. But it's most important for people to realize that when leveling up, you have to be aware of the pros and the cons. Because everything ain't going to be glorious when you level up. And it ain't going to be easy. Some days, like I was leveling up yesterday, Fifi, in the gym. I was leveling up.
Is that why you moving so slow today?
Yes, Lord Jesus. So, Richard, thank you, Richard, for shouting out that number. Let us know when you coming on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Okay, we have a caller. Caller, you are on the air.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning. Who
This
there?
is Carmen.
Hey, Carmen!
You're so silly. Listen, I am so conflicted with this $15 an hour. Only because we have stayed away from living wages in Michigan. People are living below poverty when it comes to normal families have at least 2.5, children. And you talking about paying someone right now, the minimum wage is $9.65. It was supposed to go up January the 1st to $9.87. However, because of the unemployment rate was high, it didn't take effect. So we're still at $9.65 an hour. That's not enough money for people to live a decent life. And we're not even talking about middle class or above. We're talking about just living in a decent apartment, because we know a house pretty much is out of the question unless it's in the slums.
Unless you're squatting.
Well,
Right. Or you talk about food, lights, gas, water. It's impossible for people to live off $9.65.
yeah, but I think minimum wage was never meant for grown ass adults with families. Minimum wage was made for people getting kids or younger children to work their ass off for nothing, basically.
For their car.
Right. So I think the minimum
But if
wage.
you think about it, that's when we were young. Minimum wage was, I don't know, $7.
No, hell no. No, minimum wage when I was 15, 16 actually was $4.75.
Oh, that means you owe.
What? Damn you, Carmen.
The street lights, baby.
I was there when the first street light came on.
But no, seriously, though.
But listen to what I'm saying. Minimum wage, even with our young people, if we say, okay, minimum wage is just to, let the young people get their foot in the door, to get some kind of skills. These young people are coming to the table with skills that are higher than people that have been on a job for 10 and 15 years. These are children of technology.
Yeah, I agree.
And unfortunately, these young people are teaching us a lot of things in our businesses that we didn't know.
Very true. Is this Carmen Evans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on you.
Not Hayes.
Not Hayes. Yeah. You know who Carmen Hayes is?
No.
Okay, good. You don't want to know. So don't look up neither. Don't Google it. It's with a C.
But if you think about it, Miles, too,
Right.
a lot of these companies, small businesses, are almost there anyway. A lot of these companies, you go to McDonald's, they're paying you almost $13.
Yeah, but that's in the suburban marketplace. And here's why. So most people don't understand. Like in some suburban markets, there's no such thing as business taxes. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
But in the city like Detroit, you pay business taxes, right? So
So at what point do we raise the minimum wage to a livable wage where people can begin to move their families to a different level?
it's not no such thing as. Oh, go ahead.
I think that all of that comes from advancing your skill set and and moving up. As we all have, like if you think about the wage that you made on your first job, compared to the status that you are at now in your life, you evolving to that rate or to that wage class, it took you doing some leveling up. It took you doing some, you had to make some changes in your life and stuff. Like, it's different.
You are so correct,
like,
Fifi. But the thing about that is it was hard. I was a single parent raising two young men, two boys.
Yeah.
And I went to school full time. I worked full time. And it about killed me. But I knew I had to do it.
But you still alive, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
gonna give you a round of applause right now.
That story right there is the struggle of life, period. Like, we all have to go through that. We all have, have obstacles and things that we have to overcome in life. If not, then everybody would be successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it has to be levels. Like, it has to be levels. And if they choose to stay at that level and not do, the proper things to advance themselves and also, I'm sure that I'm sure that you could have had more children than those two.
Right.
But when you realize that these two
that's it.
eat everything, you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't keep it going.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You quit the Keegling. You quit Keegling.
Like we have to think about our future more than anybody else. Like, we can't really worry about how somebody else see where we supposed to be in our future as much as we paint the picture for ourselves.
Yeah.
But let's think about the young lady for a second that was living in a hotel. We don't know her backstory. We don't know anything about her.
Mm-mm.
But she was living in a hotel. Left her 10-year-old child and her 2-year-old child in a hotel while she went to work at a pizza company, which I'm sure she wasn't making no more than minimum wage.
Right.
Yes.
That mother was doing what she had to do based off of the legislation that was passed when number 45 was in office.
Yes.
You get 3 years of unemployment, then they just kick you off.
Right.
No safety nets, no child care, food stamps is cut. People are doing what they have to do, and now that those safety nets are taken, we have to raise the minimum wage so they can at least survive. Yeah. Because before, at least they had food stamps to fall back on. They don't have any of that now.
Carmen, what about?
Can I just say this right quick? Listen, Carmen.
I'm just saying we have to be sensitive.
Well, no, I mean, of course we're gonna be sensitive because I don't think me or Fifi is to a point to where we can look down on anything or anybody.
Not at all.
Yeah, because I'm at crumb level, So I'm just being real with you. So when it comes down to it, you just think about this. So you employ somebody $15 an hour because this is how McDonald's, this is how everybody wants this going to happen. Nobody's going to have a full-time job. You talking about part-time living? Part-time living is just going to be like if they back at $9 an hour again. They're not going to do 40 hours. They be like, listen, you do 10, you do 15, you do 15, you do 15. Now they got 3 employees. You feel me? Now they had 3 employees when normally they would have had 8. Okay? Now, at first they had 8 with 2 full-time where somebody was getting 2 people getting some health benefits out of it and everything else. So don't get me wrong. I agree, but a minimum wage keeps you minimized with your mental status as well. You don't want to grow when you just consider yourself as minimum wage. You feel me? You just don't want to grow. You
this
more.
Is not something that's supposed to take place overnight.
No.
This is over a 3 to 4 year span.
Mm-hmm.
And in 3 to 4 years, if we haven't taken levels, even when it comes to the employer, leveling up, what does that leave the employees?
Well, the whole fact, I see what you're saying, but an employer don't level up on finances. Employee level up on getting better health care for their people. An employer levels up with making more better safety precautions in the workplace. The employer do other things to level up other than pay somebody more money. I never had a job, so people would say, well, Miles, you don't understand. It's not about me not understanding. I just, from an employer standpoint, if I pay people $15 an hour, most people don't see it, but shit, Walmart about to work the hell out of people. There ain't gonna be nobody at registers. You feel me?
They already don't have nobody at the registers. That's what I'm saying. Like we doing all of this, like the counter for all of the demands for the wages and stuff is them saying, hey,
Carmen, well, thank you very much for calling. Keep on listening, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is them saying, hey, we got you scans.
Most definitely got you scans.
I mean,
caller, you on the air, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
At the truck stops, they got you scans.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who is this?
This is Chisba from New Mexico.
Hey, Chisba from Hey, Rise and Grind. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yourselves?
Great.
Good. Okay, so y'all are talking about the minimum wage and then the need for increase. And I've been thinking about it, and you guys always have awesome topics that make you think.
Thank you.
And I would say, and I always have to, because I'm Native American, there's worlds, the world that we try to make it, that we do it on our own, because a lot of times they think, Native Americans are dependent on the government, which is so not true. And then there's the government world, or just the way systems are set up. And so at 48, you just kind of look and you see how systems have been set up, not for the benefit of the minorities back then when they were set up.
Never.
It was intended to, just like you said, to minimize our worth, and I believe that the minimum wage back then was actually set up for maybe majority at the time that couldn't get the type of work where they could maybe build their credentials or work their way up the status ladder and make higher pay. So it was only, for them that the minimum wage was set at that point. Well, with equality now and diversity in the world, now it's open to everyone. So I honestly think it just needs to be revamped, because I think if you're going to increase the minimum wage, it needs to be for a company or business or infrastructure that's going to give you that's going to challenge you, and there's growth. You can build up in the ladder. You can go up in the ladder. Then you could start at $9 and work your way up,
Yes.
But if it's just a quick fill in, I think the companies should, they as well, like say for example, a fast food company, if they're going to start at minimum wage where it's set now, they should not be setting their employees up for failure and saying, okay, we know this is a stepping stone, so in about 2 years, you need to work your way up to something else, because our company here is not going to, you're probably not going, you're going to go as far as a manager, but that management position has already been established.
But
so this is the reality of it. I think
management make hell of a loot, though, at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I went to this McDonald's manager house one day. I said, do you sell drugs?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
He said they called me Calvin. I came up.
Shizba?
Oh, okay. I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. So, managers at McDonald's make a lot of money.
They do.
They in the high five figures, or definitely six. I know a 6-figure manager all day at McDonald's. And
I think that in all honesty, if you make it up to do that, to be at that status there, you should.
Yeah.
Why not?
Shout out to Conversation. Thank you, Shizba. You got anything to say? Oh, before you go anywhere, we'd like to thank you for supporting our show as much as you do. Much as you do. We really appreciate it. So for people who think like Carmen said, maybe we need she said, so that means we need legislation to help push people in educational sectors. Yes, definitely.
But the thing about it is, we need to push each other and ourselves.
Most
And I
definitely.
feel you. Like I'm not tripping and saying that it's not that the legislative or the people in the White House
In the what?
in the White House
In the White House.
don't have any responsibility,
Right.
But in all honesty, they don't have as much as we have for ourselves. For instance, let me just tell you. For instance, like we go to the what you call it, like the aid offices and stuff like that to get a EBT card, to get insurance, to get everything else, right?
Yeah, yes.
But guess what they also have?
What?
Skill classes that's free.
Very
okay?
true.
And nobody goes to get them. I went there, I went and got a CDL license at no charge. Went through the school and everything or whatever. Went through the steps and got my license for no charge. I think I was like the only person in there that was there for free.
That's
Everybody
correct.
else had to pay. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, it was offered to everybody.
Yes. And also, I remember back in the day, like Sean P. said, businesses used to pay for college tuition.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of my friends who was in Ford, GM, and Chrysler, and they didn't never go to college.
Yeah, but also a lot of people. There are, this is the time of skill sets. You know what I'm saying? A skill will get you paid way more and faster than you going to college for 4 years. Not that I'm knocking it at all, but the reason why it's being so diluted in our sight is because it's not like it's a bad thing. It's actually the opposite of a bad thing, because you can go to the government offices and stuff and get skills to do plumbing, to do nursing, all of the things that are like commodity jobs right now.
Right. Victor.
Can you send me some cheesecake over the phone?
Hey, that's funny.
I just want something with a little bit of strawberries on it, and
With some what?
some strawberries, and you can mix turtle in it too.
Hello.
Hello, Victor. Can you hear us?
Victor,
Victor.
Washington. Miles, what did you do to the things on the phones?
There we go. Hold on. There we go.
Mr. Washington.
Victor.
Hello?
Hello, Victor.
Hello, your Hondy hair.
Hello, you're on the
I'm here.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, that's what's up.
So can I have a piece? Because let me get my request out first. I just want to
That's
have
funny.
a piece of strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry or strawberry?
It's strawberry with some turtles mashed in it. Thank you.
With some turtles mashed in it.
Mashed in it.
I need you to text me. I'm driving right now, and if you ask me to fill that order or write it down right now, I'd probably get into an accident. I need to keep both of my limbs.
I know that's right. So,
Yes, I need that so you can whip that cake properly. Okay, go
right,
ahead.
Victor, what's going on? What you got to say about what we talking about today?
I would love to pay somebody $15 an hour as a small business. But guess what? At the same time, I'm not trying to give away $15 an hour. Please earn it.
Yes.
You can't earn $15 an hour by being on your phone, complaining by doing anything that I ask you to do.
Right.
These folks, they come in here with that attitude of we owe them something. You owe me $15 an hour just to breathe in your establishment. I want to pay you $25 an hour to breathe in my establishment, but I need you to do this if I need to go run out and make a delivery or something like that. And if you have to go out and make a delivery, come right back. Don't go see Pookie and Ray Ray and Sean or
Stop and
Billy.
blaze one.
Yeah, stop
That's
and
it.
smoke. Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
So, but most people, Victor, don't know if you have somebody on payroll and you paying them as an employer, you paying them $15 an hour. You paying somebody, you really paying $35 to $42.50 an hour.
They don't understand that. They don't.
Yeah. The employer.
How can we really explain that to folks?
Because don't you
to
got
where
to pay the unemployment money too?
Well, we got to pay all the taxes. We have to
All
match.
the
We have
taxes.
to match the taxes of the person that's paying. It's like like match and a half. So most people
paying under the table. Then
well, that's what programs like Michigan Works was for, to help employers. I mean, and help employers. They would actually there's some state funding people to actually pay your employees to work at your establishment, and or they'd say, listen, pay them bare minimum, and we got the rest.
Right.
So yeah.
yeah.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be helpful. So Carmen was like, yes, Carmen, there are certain things that we need to go to legislation with as employers. But guess what? There's no damn employer union. Ain't that something, Victor? It ain't like we banding together like this is what we're going to do for as employers to get better employees or whatever. Thank you, Victor, for giving us a call. Shizba said, yes, management is the goal, but it's only one manager position directing multiple employees for years. True. So the manager is the only position getting full benefits. That's very, very true. The manager and assistant manager, sometimes they will work together and come up with a plan to help the employer out, whoever hired them.
But like we were saying about the actual jobs that people are getting the most flack about the minimum wage, i.e., fast food and stuff like, and
Yes.
Maybe like shoe stores and stuff. I just feel like those were our seniors in high school's jobs, and
Yes.
you know what I'm saying,
I
stuff
agree.
like that. And
Totally.
and it's like now you have grown people in these positions, and
You had to say,
and the thing about it, no, seriously, the thing about it, it pisses me off because it's like, for them to be of that stature, like for you to be grown as hell in this business, why are you having an attitude about giving me ketchup? Why is your customer service this terrible and you a grown woman? Like, these jobs are for these children to learn how to have those skills. You know what I'm saying?
Communication skills,
You coming in here
directional
with
skills, yeah.
recycled skills that was bad as hell to start with, and you bringing it in here, you showing these kids how not to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not even like really being a pillar in the company. And I just feel like if you are going to go and take their spots, show them something while you there, and don't just be in here and be part of the problem, because it's not the fact that like Mr. Washington was saying, it's not the fact that people don't want to compensate you for it. I mean, for doing the work. Do the work, though.
Right,
like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, I mean, let's just be real, y'all. Who have the best experiences pulling out from these fast food restaurants now? Because it didn't used to be like that. Like,
I had a good experience yesterday as a big white guy. He like, hey, we got the meatiest and the cheesiest hamburgers. You have fun with it, right? He said, hey, man, have a good day, brother. I know we're not blood brothers, but
And that's what's
you know what I mean? And he was cool, and he made everybody in the line laugh, and you heard people laughing when we pulled up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was dope to see somebody. That type of person 9 times 10 gonna wind up. He's going to be manager.
Absolutely. But you see he coming in there striving for something?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You definitely have to
and
strive.
that means something. Like, nobody should not have to give you nothing, because we didn't. I mean, nobody gave me this. I earned this seat. Like, nobody didn't give you that. Like, you earn where you at. You earn when you looking up and you see people. Nobody didn't just sit them right there. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, they didn't.
It was a climb, and if you don't see the steps to come that brought back down to the ground and
Right.
back up to where they at, something wrong with your vision.
Right. Carmen said she was raising two young boys, going to school full time and working full time. That says a whole lot.
Totally commendable.
Now how about
She
people?
the shit for that.
Right. So if you're not going to school and you got a full-time job, get your ass another full-time job.
Yeah.
And then make ends meet. But Carmen did put something down. She says, we can't even think about skills until we get parents educated. You would be surprised at the amount of people who don't have high school diplomas. So while
I'm not surprised.
So while we are educating the youth, we have to while we're educating the youth, you have parents who had to drop out to raise these babies. Now, to be honest with you, Carmen, high school, I'm going to say, I don't want to even say this. Okay, high school ain't teach me shit. I'll be very honest with you. Nobody ever walked up to me and said, hey, you tell me what river George Washington crossed. None of that.
None of that.
What high school did teach me is about how to deal with people.
They taught me how to get up at 8 o'clock every morning for a job.
It taught me how to be disciplined with my time, and so I'll be very honest with you with that. My mother was an uneducated woman, but she raised the hell out of me. And when I say she raised the hell out of me, she made me understand things about life. Life in general
Principles.
is definitely principles. And you know, I'm big on principles. My two main P's, principles and purpose. So once my mom got with me and showed me my principles, and then that guided me towards my purpose and understanding that. Where's he at? I want to hire him. Right, right. So Carmen said, I am a director, and it hurts my heart that I have employees who have been in the company 20 years and only get $9.87. Well, that's on them. That's really on them.
I'll be to rob the place by then.
Hey, or the fact that you still getting something that you was getting 2 years ago. And did they ask for a raise? It's a lot of stuff to probably go with it. And she said, I have set my employees down and set up plans and goals to help them further their education and careers. I applaud you on that, Carmen.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Because but see, that's the part that I'm talking about. See, and while you showing them and teaching them, in the back of their head, they're like, I could have been doing this all along too. I cannot get mad at somebody. I can't get mad at somebody what they don't know, but what I can get upset with, if your ass burned your hand on your stove 3 times and this the 4th time come out, what happened to you? I burned my hand. You be like, again?
Right.
What we burned? What happened? Same damn thing. My hand on the stove, not paying attention.
You see what I'm saying?
So that those are the things that would piss me off. She said most of them are not motivated, and that's not our problem because you had to motivate yourself to take care of them children and go to school. So I used to get down when people wasn't motivated because I used to be like, you had I used to tell people I had every reason in the world to give up, but I didn't. And being not motivated was my thing until I seen people who was doing shit and had way less than I had. Mm-hmm. And I seen them going. So they like my motivation, my kids, or my motivations. I had a guy, no lie, he was the highest position you could possibly get before you get to the superintendent in education. He was busting tables. Mm-hmm. He was busting tables so he could pay his little extra bills while he was going through college. So shout out to Walter Esau. And it said most of them was not motivated to do better. Life has beat them down. Life ain't beat them down. They just took an ass whooping every time. When you get into a fight with life, sometimes if you just put up your guards, you protecting yourself to go for the next day. So a lot of stuff when it comes to people having problems, woe is me, I don't go for that shit. I don't care what I've been through. My mother died of Myers when I was 16. I've been on my own since I was 16. I've been homeless before. I've been through a whole hell of a lot. But at the same time, I understand that life has a purpose for me, and I have a purpose for myself. So with that being said, I get you. I continue to push them. Will you continue to push them? And if you need help with the Rising Ground Show pushing you, damn it, we're going to do that too with you, Miss Carmen. So shout out to Miss Carmen.
And that's, and you know, to your point, a lot of jobs that I have been on, they actually do that. They give you like a plan, or they talk to you, you know, after so long or whatever. You have like maybe your quarterly evaluation or yearly, annual, whatever evaluation and stuff, and they give you, you know, they talk over a game plan. Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to go? You know, what are you trying to do with the company and stuff? I know, for instance, and I ain't even trying to give them no shout out like that, but I did work for Quicken, the paper plant downtown. And
did you say the paper plant?
The paper plant.
That's
I worked
funny.
for them for a while, and I while they do take over your whole life.
Right.
They do give you a plan to try to, you know, to move forward.
Right.
And I will say that a lot of the things that a lot of the principles and skill sets and stuff that I was taught there, I was able to take them on into my own entrepreneurial platform in my own life. And I appreciate that, you know, but I personally, to your point, Miles, I have had a lot of struggles also. And I learned in that it's all about the relationships that you make along the way.
Yeah.
Because some people have family that hold them down, and some people don't. But
Right.
at the end of the day, there is always somebody that's there. It's all about how you handle that relationship.
Yes.
If you misuse the tools that you have in your life, then you're going to be trying to screw in some shit with a wrench.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
What,
that's-
you can't screw
that's
stuff
just
in
not-
with a wrench? No, I got you. I understand.
That's just not the way it go. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so it's like you have to utilize the tools in your life properly
Yes.
in order for them to be for them to be there when you need them.
Yes.
If not, then I mean,
What's the
you know,
purpose?
think about that though. Like, it's I just feel like enough is enough with us not being accountable for ourselves first and foremost, because it's not easy for nobody. Like, it's really not. I hear when people say all of the struggles for people that have children. However, live to be a seasoned adult with no children and tell me about and come back and talk to me about the struggles.
Right.
Because while people, they will help you like a mug when you got some kids, baby, but if
Yes.
you by yourself,
They be like, what the hell wrong with you?
this is my point. You know what I'm saying? And help is help. So at the end of the day, you have to get up. Either you gonna get up or you not.
True.
Like, you just simple as that. Either you gonna get up and you gonna do something about it, or you not.
What they say, either you gonna sit on the toilet and piss or get up and run away. What's the saying go?
They say shit or get off the pot.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I had heard.
Yeah. So Carmen Hayes said high school sets a foundation for us. Undergraduate college teaches us how to network. Graduate school teaches you how to navigate the corporate world to get everything you set out to get. Well, I ain't gonna lie, Carmen, I ain't done none of that shit. I graduated from high school and that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth of the matter is, life is.
I committed crime in
yeah,
college.
right. Life is the greatest platform you ever going to get onto. When it comes to finances, the majority of millionaires and billionaires you ever met never even graduated from college.
Mm-hmm.
So just understand that Bill Gates flunked out of college. No, Bill Gates finished college. And Steve Jobs flunked out of college.
Booker T. Washington started his life at like 14.
I'm just saying. So it's a lot of things in life that's different.
No, he wasn't in school.
Right, but it's everybody have different experiences, but life is the greatest teacher of all. Life is the greatest teacher of all. Time is the greatest teacher of all, and time will tell it all when it's done, and when it's all done and said. So, we was talking about leveling up, and we got on the line of talking about the $15 an hour for minimum wage. And if the government does that, it's going to be very hard for small businesses to grow or stay afloat legally. You know what I mean? If not, everybody going to be working up under the table.
Yeah.
And,
I don't mind.
and minimum wage was really originally meant for children's work, like using children for non-pay and stuff like that. So that's what it was really meant for, in a sense. It wasn't meant for people's livelihood.
Yeah. You ain't supposed to pay no car note and rent and water bill off minimum wage.
Right, because Ford Motor Company was hiring people $50, 50 cents a day.
Oh.
So,
What the hell was they doing?
I mean, it was back in the
They
day.
had to be back in the
in the beginning. It wasn't even the 60s. It was like
in the
50s.
15s.
Right.
They started back in 15.
Yeah, 1915. So, but the truth is, Fifi, Carmen laughing. I'm working on my PhD in life. There you go.
Right, Carmen, that's because you the shit. Don't keep gloating.
Well,
Okay?
that wasn't even Carmen that said that. Victor said that. So,
Victor, you is too.
right, he working on
Y'all
them
be
cheesecake
bragging, y'all
degrees.
get on my nerves. I'm so proud.
CHD, yes. Let's give him a round of applause. Victor getting his CHD and cheesecake degree.
Y'all make me happy. See, this is stuff I be talking about. It's a struggle, but we do it.
It's a what?
It's a struggle, but we do it. What?
Say that one more time.
It's a struggle, but we do it.
Okay. I guess it's a struggle.
Listen, people in the back of me, it's a struggle.
Shizba said y'all were on it today. Thank you, Shizba. Great topic as always. Carmen deserves a cheesecake. Carmen, yes.
Oh, yeah, she did call in.
She did call in.
Was the first caller.
She's the first caller. I'm sorry, Carmen.
Let me tell you something. This man,
I'm sorry, Carmen, about the cheesecake.
I apologize on his behalf.
So, Victor, go to Washington Gourmet Cheesecake, okay? I'm about to give you the address right now.
Tell him we sent you.
Yeah, tell him us. Tell them us sent you. Hold on. Anyway, keep talking. Keep
going.
Keep
the
going.
beat keep going and the bass keep. It's like no. But yeah. I think that at the end of the day, just to put it all in a nutshell, from my perspective, is we just have to. You will get more when you want more.
Ooh, say that.
You will get more.
I ain't mean for you to really to say that again.
When
but...
you want more.
Say it again.
Hey, when you want more. You can get more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Carmen, go to 15600 West 10 Mile, Suite 10, Southfield, Michigan. Again, 15600 West 10 Mile Road. See Victor. Victor Washington, get your cheesecake, honey. And on the building, he says another sign on the building, Okay, yeah, the bakery address. He gave, the current name on the building, it said Gold International, but we're going to take care of that. We're taking care of that real soon. Gold International, and the address is 15600 West 10 Mile. Tell them that the Rise and Grind Morning Show sent you. And get your cheesecake. She was the first caller, right?
Yeah.
Damn, duh. Okay.
Crazy.
We gotta find a way to send Shiz by some cheesecake.
Get it together.
Okay.
So,
Victor, think about it. She in New Mexico, so we gotta figure out how we're gonna get her cheesecake. Okay.
And you know what else, Miles? The thing about it is
what?
The thing about it is when no, for real. I just want to get it out because I'm not trying to sound insensitive today. I'm really trying to just I just want to get it out, but I don't want to sound like a jerk ass. I'm really working on that part. A jerk ass. I'm working on that part. But you know how people always be like, well, they not as motivated as you. Well, they not this, as you and stuff. And I get that. And I'm not as stagnant as they are. Ooh. But whose fault is it? Now, one thing I do see though, like, how like when you have kids, have children, and if you have them in the house or something, and maybe they like go over Big Mama house every day or something, that's how they got babysit or whatever, as opposed to them being around other children in an environment where they learning and doing stuff. Usually when you have the children that go to a setting where there are other children that are able to learn, they pick up on stuff and they do stuff more. Yeah. I'm saying that to say, just like children do, adults see that also.
So your grown ass. Yeah.
Right. If you take yourself and go around people that are doing things to where you in the direction that you're trying to go in, trust and believe you're not about to stay on this couch too much longer.
At all.
Not to know them at the same time.
Not at all.
You're going to have to pick your poison.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Which one you going to do? Because if you just sitting around people that all y'all going half on a nick every day, then you probably
half on what?
A nickel bag, a funk, You probably not gonna make it too far anyhow. Okay, that's crazy because I just feel like it's all about what we want. This life is about choices, and if you choose to not do anything, nothing will happen. If you choose to do some things, trust and believe something will happen. You have to wiggle up out of your situation. Just like life is like quicksand. You got to wiggle up out of that stuff. You can't just sit there in it because you're going to sink. Trust and believe that will happen. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Education or not.
Yeah. And there's a lot of non-educated people. I know some incredible builders, right? But they can't read.
See?
But they making bank.
Yeah. I noticed, matter of fact, to your point, I was at the post office a couple weeks ago, right? And this man that I know, he has always been into mechanics and stuff, and he's known for being a good mechanic. He was in the post office. He had his mask on, so I couldn't really tell who he was, but I did kind of know who he was.
Right.
I didn't know till he asked me to fill out his address for him for his paper.
Right.
I mean, for the package that he was mailing, because he was writing, and when I looked at it, I could tell. You know how you could tell when somebody not can't
not all
read
way to get
exactly. So I was looking at it like, wow, I have been knowing this man since I was a young girl, and I never even knew that he couldn't read.
Wow. Oh, and to your point, dig this. It's a guy
successful at what he do though. Very
successful. I'm about to tell you this guy, he built his own garage in his backyard. I think I told y'all about this. And he put all these TV screens up, right? And he started fixing people's cars from YouTube.
See?
So dig this. He don't know how to spell, right?
He just say it.
He just say it.
Yeah.
And the YouTuber find it.
Like a kid.
And then he been making bang. He told me, I talked to him about 3 days ago. He said this year alone, January, February, so 2 months, he made over $42,000.
Where there is a will,
there's a way.
There is a way.
Where there's a will.
Where there is a will,
there's a way.
There is a way.
Where there's a will, there's a Miles. Where there's a will, there's a Fifi.
Cut that shit out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to get it. I'm thinking about cheesecake.
Cut that shit out.
See, I ain't raised this arm too far. Yeah, because this son bitch hurt.
You
I've
a
been honest with the working
You
out.
gotta take you a leave.
Yeah, listen. So Fifi, tell people where they can find you at.
I am all over the place. Right now, I'm here. No,
You restarted. You so restarted.
on Instagram and Facebook. On Insta and Facebook, Miss Fifi the Plug, MZFEFE the Plug. Also, follow the Pink Part page on Instagram and Facebook. Also,
And you are gonna do your show this week coming up, aren't you?
yeah.
Okay.
I got Champ Life coming on there. Champ Life Entertainment coming on my show. Yeah, they're gonna be having artists and everything. We're gonna be talking junk and playing loud music, and I'm having some food.
Oh God. Okay, that's dope. I'll be here.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm okay.
I'm not sharing
Matter
shit.
of fact, I
Anyway.
didn't even have an engineer for the girth.
The Pink Part is where you can find me for the Pink Part page, just like that. The Pink Part.
I'm
No
thinking about changing
crazy
the girth
spelling.
show to the girth.
The girth.
The girth.
The big.
No, just the girth.
Ooh, the fat. Go ahead.
Anyway, so
Fat around.
my name is Miles Dixon, MDixon313 Instagram, the Mediapreneur on Facebook. Also, I'm gonna have 3 shows on podcasting.
Okay. What are you talking about?
I'm about to have a show on Tuesdays at 6:30 called Brainstorming with Miles Dixon.
Okay.
It's where they can call in, get some. We're not really
You said Tuesday. What time?
6:30.
After Glory Glory?
Right after the Glory Girl.
Okay.
Because I'll just be sitting here anyway. So,
Okay.
okay. So, we going to go over some things, and because a lot of people, I get so many phone calls like, "Miles, how to do this, how to do that," and I can just tell their ads to call me later. All right. On that note, anything else you got to say, Miss Fifi?
I just want to say, help somebody.
All right.
Yeah.
All right then.
Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution.
Always be part of the solution.
Yes.
Thank y'all for watching the Rise and Grind show or listening to the Rise and Grind morning show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your homie, the one and only Miles Dixon and Miss Fifi the Plug, y'all. We will see y'all we will be right back tomorrow morning, right, P? Mm-hmm. All right, peace.
Peace.
Hey, yeah. Up early in the morning, getting the kids ready for school. Rise and grind, yeah. Pack a lunch or two. Talking about I gotta be at work in a few, yeah. Hey, for your daily news, hey. Grinding just for you, yeah. When you don't have a clue.